we set up with US Youth Soccer as a short format combine. We thought that with the ODP teams being here for the championships, it'd be a great opportunity to not only introduce what SKLZ is doing with US Youth Soccer in a more intimate format, but to give them a taste of some of the testing and the player eval that we hope to roll out this summer.
Being a competitive soccer player, you have to know like perfect technique and how to like do things, and they kind of just told us like what we need to work on and what we need to improve on to become like a better, more competitive soccer player.
Go! And you're pushing the ground away from you like a piston axle. About 10 to 15 yards, your body will naturally come up.
When you work with athletes at this level, you know, they're all motivated on wanting to get better. And it's, you know, everybody wants to get that little bit of an edge. Well, what is that little bit of an edge? Well, when you come out here and you say, hey, I can reduce my reaction time, I can quicken my lateral change of direction by just some technique and some strength training. Now all of a sudden that could be the little bit of a difference between making a national pool or just being a regional team player.
We don't just want to talk about the athletes and their performance just on the field, we want to layer in that cognitive side. So through our partnership with Axon, together we're layering in all aspects of the athletes. So now that we've got the testing as far as their performance on the field, and then also with the Axon side, the cognitive side, so the kids can see how fast they can react and respond to different circumstances. So it's really a complete test for the kids.
We all know the physical side is where a lot of kids capitalize growing up. So they excel at the game because they've grown quicker than others, and then a lot of them will rest on that for years to come. But we know that the real winners that get separated through the years, you know, from high school on to college, there's a separation there. There's a difference between the leaders and the people who can make the decisions. Our partnership with Axon Sports, again in conjunction with US Youth Soccer, was aimed at tackling really the cognitive piece. So what it meant to now be able to make the decisions on cue instinctively rather than calculating. And so part of the Axon piece was to create a baseline. So what your eyes see, your brain processes, your body does. Shortening the time for that to happen is our goal.
It's about the reaction time, and certainly they're doing a little bit of a lateral change or a reaction drill where they see a light. It'd just be like if you're going one direction and the ball gets crossed and you have to quickly change your direction, you have to drop. So now that lateral crossover step is going to become very critical. And how long does it take for you to process that information and then get your body to react to that?
SKLZ is fortunate enough to support everything from All-American Bowl games, national combines for football. This year we were part of the NFL combine. It's all the same approach. You know, what we wanted to do is bring that same experience to US Youth Soccer. It is something that we plan on doing with them as an exclusive partnership. But the level of testing, the education that's getting built in, and ultimately the prescription that gets derived from all of this by using the information, the data itself, none of that changes from this level all the way and up the ladder. What we didn't want to do is water things down all of a sudden where, okay, this is the NFL top down, let's water it down for everybody else at the youth level. It's just as important. The information is hiding there in the data. And for us to help correlate and interpret that information so that people understand it, gives everybody the opportunity to train with some level of intelligence. And that's what it is. It's just not, let's do ladder drills, let's run, let's get on the field and do repetitions just for the game's sake. It's approaching it with some manner of intelligence, some methodical way, where now the time used and the efficiency driven through practice, and gameplay ultimately changes the way they approach the game.